Hello and welcome back to Crew 42's coverage of the River City Open. This is our FPO coverage presented by Discraft, sponsored by Spectrum Entertainment Complex and Oakley. We're at Byron Center, Michigan at the famous Earl Brewer disc golf course. My name is Zachary, and with me I have Ceci on the commentators mic. How you doing, Ceci?
Pretty good. Excited to see Chantel try to catch Alisha in this back nine of round 3.
Yeah, we saw last year she made the push, lost by 1 stroke. She was down by 3 strokes at that point in the round. Taking a look at our front 9 scores, she's down by 4 right now after Alisha had kind of a hiccup on some of those difficult holes in the middle stretch. But we are on the much more scoreable back 9. What do we got with hole 10?
We're starting from the short tee pad on hole 10. This is a reachable 254 feet for our FPO competitors. So you can expect to see them probably take it out wide and try to get up there for the birdie. It is uphill, so it plays a little farther than the 254, but is a hole we see a decent number of birdies on.
Nice and wide, hyzer for Alisha, and that is next to the basket, 10 feet, 15 feet for her birdie look.
Great shot.
It's probably worth noting that 6 of the easiest 9 holes on the day come on this 9-hole stretch. So it's much more scoreable. We're going to see if our ladies can take advantage of that as Chantel lands also in circle, I think a little farther, 20 to 25 for her next putt.
Seeing a similar flight from all 3 ladies so far. Lindsey getting a little past the basket, but still within the circle.
Ooh, a lot of hyzer here from Tiger. I don't think that's wide enough as she gave it like maybe ace run power, but she needed either a little more height or a little far, probably a little wider too to get that one closer to the basket. She'll have this circle 2 look. Those have got to be wizards. Those things hyzer so fast at the end of that putt.
That was, yep.
Things moving.
That's a 2 for Lindsey. Good birdie.
And we haven't really talked about Lindsey a whole lot. She's last year's champion. You can't, check out on her yet. She knows how to win at this event. She knows how to make things competitive at this event. If you underestimate her, she might just sneak up on you. Good birdie from her and Chantel. Alisha now to match.
Another birdie. Good play from our lead card. This hole actually played the easiest of any hole on the course today, shooting a third of a stroke under par.
Not too surprising, pretty open. It's going to move us over to hole 11, which plays into the easier 9, but it is a decision for you. Double Mando here, 336 feet. You can choose to go at this and try to get past the Mandos to give yourself a birdie look. If you were to miss the Mando, it's about a 45 to 50 foot putt coming back up the hill. We haven't seen anyone go for it actually yet. Now that we have, this kind of race going on, we'll see if Lindsey, Chantel, or Tiger are really looking to push the boundaries here a little bit.
I'm hoping they do.
I don't think Alisha would.
I think
because
no,
that's so risky for it. Because if she missed the Mando, the other 3 just get to lay up. They're automatic get a stroke almost, outside of a spectacular putt.
Chantel also just putting it in the middle.
I'd be interested.
She's playing for the 3.
Yeah, I'm interested to think what her game plan here is. From this position, I'd really like to know what her and Lindsey, looks like they're both laying up. I just want to know what they're thinking, like where in the course, 12 through 18 here, are they expecting to try to get strokes? Because I know in their nature isn't to roll over and like, all right, I'm taking second. Like they still think that there's a chance, there's some wind, there's some OB coming up. Alisha struggled with hole 13 in the past, trickling OB twice now. Like all those things are, in their head somewhere. Where are they seeing those strokes being gained? This feels like a really good opportunity to go for one, but maybe they think there's just too much risk involved.
I think this one's a risk reward, right? You can go for it and possibly get the 2, but not guaranteed to, even if you get through there.
Mm-hmm.
But if you don't make it, like you said, it's an automatic 4. So losing a stroke is not good to have to make up strokes other places.
Alisha going first probably plays into that decision too, right? Because if she's going, like, let's say she's bobbing, so she's on the bottom, back of the bus, and she's going last. Do you think Lindsey or Chantel will go for it, or would you go for it?
I probably still wouldn't go for it, but I think it definitely increases the likelihood. I also just wonder how much having not gone for it other rounds, if they've practiced that shot.
Sure. Also looks like the wind might have picked up a little bit because you could see their, shirts moving a little bit more on the tee area. But Lindsey just a little too low. It's going to be a bogey from her. Not what she was hoping for at this point.
Alisha taking her time on the par putt there.
Yeah, she's had a couple nervy moments. She's taking a little extra time on the putt right now, taking a couple deep breaths, making sure things do what they're supposed to do.
Chantel also grabbing her par, not letting Alisha get any farther away from her score-wise. On to hole 12. This is a par 3, 282 foot. We go slightly uphill and then fairly steep downhill back down towards the basket and the parking lot. Parking lot does play as OB, and this is another hole that these ladies would like to birdie.
Like the action.
This looks like a really nice.
Yeah, this is trickling a little bit. In circle, though. Uh-oh.
Pushed a little straighter there for Chantel, not getting left quite as much. Like.
I think we have a right to left wind, so she probably needed to give that a little more height to get that push. Oh, maybe we're getting the opposite. See the trees and the... Oh, yeah, we are getting a right. Nope. See, wind reading on the video later is not an effective way of reading the wind, everyone. Just ignore me.
It's so hard to tell.
Well, the tree keeps moving and then resting.
Right.
Looks like...
I appreciate the ribbon in Lindsey's hair. That's sometimes a good wind read.
Yes, it does, for sure. I do that. I do check her ribbons. Looks like Tiger's facing a bit of headwind. I think I saw a little grass that she may have tossed. Oh, good bid from Tiger. Just a touch too short.
Chantel's got a long bid. You gotta imagine she's hoping to put this in. Oh.
Didn't give it the height it needed. Also leaked a little right there for her. She's going to have a short putt for par. Hey,
nice putt by Lindsey.
Good one from Lindsey there to get back that bogey she had on the last hole. Uh-oh, Alicia's looking impervious right about now. Her confidence seems to be back.
Yep. She seems to have shaken off some of those missed putts from earlier.
We'll just have to see how things play out now.
Since 2015, Great Lakes Disc has been supporting players at all levels, from local leagues and events to professional disc golfers on the Disc Golf Pro Tour. Visit GreatLakesDisc.com to learn more.
All right, hole 13, also throwing from the red position, adjusted from last year, 269, elevated basket on this rock, OB jungle on the left, island jungle on the left. You do not want to go in there. Alisha having trouble with this hole in the first 2 rounds, finding that OB. Looks like we have a right to left wind here for the hyzer. Needs to leave it out extra wide to avoid that mistake again.
It looks like she made the correction. You got to imagine after 2 times in there. Oh,
Off the basket there. Almost an ace run. Run that one back real quick. That's one way to make a correction. Just try to throw it in instead. Yeah, just off the front of the basket. Oh, fireworks if they had gone in.
So close.
Has that ever happened to you where you're trying to chase someone down and they just ace in front of you?
Not yet, but I'm sure it will.
I hope it doesn't, for anyone's sake. It's probably the worst feeling in the world. Like, yes, I'm making my comeback, and then they ace. You're like, oh, never mind. It's over. Whoa, wind action happening here for Chantel's disc, but it's a great result. Bullseye for her.
Worked out well.
That's the kind of putt you want on a windy hole that's elevated. Nice and close. Now you have to think about it.
I feel like anytime you can take a bit of stress off yourself in a round like this as well is nice.
Tiger going deep in the basket, had a big spike angle, got wind pushed it well deep, and she has no interest in trying to compete with this wind. Kind of making a joke with the card. Like, what am I supposed to do from that distance?
Lindsey looking a little uncommitted with the putt there.
Her putt for that particular position is so hard too, because she's a hyzer putter. Oh, missed putt from Alisha there, but she's a hyzer putter with a left to right crosswind, which means as soon as she releases that, it's gonna drop just like Alisha's did, just off the front cage from the tailwind putt, and that could mean Chantel has a chance for a 2-stroke swing here.
Yeah, Alicia's had trouble with this hole all weekend.
A little high from Chantel, but good enough to stay in the basket, and that's a 2-stroke swing. It's going to take it from a 5-stroke lead to 3-stroke lead, and all of a sudden, we'll see if she can, those nerves start trickling back in for Alisha. It's going to be an interesting next couple holes to see if she can keep it together.
Definitely, we've got some holes ahead that you can both birdie and bogey on. Hole 14 is one of those, a par 3, 461 feet. These ladies are trying to make it through this channel of bushes down as far as they can. And then the basket's back on a little bit of an uphill slope, giving you a good opportunity to run it.
We've seen some really amazing shots on this hole. Round 1, Lindsey had one of the best shots of the tournament, I would say, filmed-wise. See if we can get some more fireworks here. Chantel, a little low, but pushes past the last bush, which is really important. She should have a full swing towards the basket from there.
Lindsey looked like she was going with a bit of a hyzer flip up, and then it turned over too much and landed somewhere in those bushes over there.
Yeah, those couple trees on the right side are rough. This is smashed by Tiger, but this is leaking towards that new out of bounds that they marked this year, which is that to protect the 15 tee area, where she landed probably 15 feet past that, but there's like thorny area as well that they marked OB for pace of play. There were a lot of pros on the MPO side that did not like that so much. And it looks like Alicia's finding the same OB, just shorter.
Oh, man.
Which could result in another stroke swing here for Chantel. If she has a clear swing to the basket, this could be another stroke.
Lindsey does not have such a clear swing. Going down to the knee for her shot.
Tough break for her. Alisha now juice is this? This is circle 2.
Chantel leaking left. Might be edge of circle.
Oh my, we have action happening here. Strokes go out to be gained, then strokes given back. We'll see if either of them can make a putt. It's a big putt for both of them right now. Chantel to get closer to the lead and Alisha to try to keep the lead where it is. Tiger, OB, but way up there. Gives this a soft hyzer bid. Gets it right by the basket. Good approach from her.
Tell Alisha is disappointed there.
Yeah, I think she knows that approach should have been closer. That's an extra stroke she didn't need. Wow.
Great putt by Chantel.
Give that basket a hug, because that was a great catch, too.
Yup.
Okay. Only 2 strokes given up that time. So now the lead's back to 1. I mean, I didn't think she could catch up this fast, but a couple 2-stroke swings back to back.
Yup. That's how Brewer plays a lot. There's birdies to be had, but also you got to make sure you don't take the bogeys.
Coming in the last 4 holes, this is one that both Chantel and Alisha can birdie. Hole 15, 325, uphill a little bit. The basket's tucked in on the right side behind this kind of wall of trees here. You want to hug the right side if you're trying to get aggressive to the basket. We saw Alisha do a nice job of that, get right up to those bushes by the basket to give herself a birdie look. The big mistake is either turn over too much and then find yourself in the woods, which is Bogeyville, or you can just kind of throw something a little straighter out into the open and then leave yourself with just an approach shot. Chantel turning this one over too much. Thought it might have gone in the woods. Actually, is going to get a cut roll out, which is very fortunate, almost catching one of our event staff there, but quick feet.
Lindsey looks like she's going for the safer play, less turn. She catches a tree branch, which kicks her back a little bit towards the wood line, but she'll be in a good spot to make an approach.
Tiger fully
Big
committed.
turnover.
Now,
Oh, that didn't hold it as much as I thought it was going to.
yeah, I think it's a little tailwindy, so with that much height, the wind's just going to kind of stable out. But luckily, we have the TD, actually. That was Shea Abji again, following the card there. He's out there to spot for her, so she'll be able to find that pretty quick. I don't think he's actually out there to spot for them. I think he's just out there watching and happened to spot for him. I can just see it now. I said that out loud, and I'm like, oh, someone's going to make a comment. Oh, he's out there spotting. No, I think he's just enjoying the event he's running. It's a great event. If you ever get an opportunity to sign up as a pro, we'd love to have you come out. Love to film you.
Good approach by Lindsey.
Really important.
Chantel.
Yeah, really important for her to get this close. She's going to be up there. Tiger in the shoulder height long grass here. Going to go with a spinning kind of chuck and pretty good right by the basket.
Alisha just laying it up.
Yeah, she's got a stroke lead. Don't do anything silly, right? She does not need to miss the comeback putt. She's feeling a little nervy. Just get a tap in.
Right. The odds on the putt from that far out are not very high, so.
Also, the trees that feel like they're like a backboard for that hole just aren't. They just don't do that. They if anything, your disc gets behind them and it makes the comeback putt harder. So Smart
Right.
play from Alisha, the local, that's going to just lay this up, take a par, and still maintain that one-stroke lead as we hit the final 3 holes of our event. So this would be fun. What do we got here on hole 16, Ceci?
Hole 16, we're shooting out this gap, though it's a little bit uphill. We're going 290 feet. This is definitely a potential birdie. I have to imagine Chantel is going to try to put one out here and put it close. You definitely don't want to be walking off anything higher than a 3 on this, as it's a rather open approach shot once you're out there.
Yeah, plays is the 3rd easiest hole on the day. This does not look like it's got the right height. And it's going to be outside circle. Chantel with a long look from that position. Not what she was looking for.
Nope. Nice shot by Lindsey, getting more of a finish there to be well within the circle. Straightforward putt for a 2.
She's avoiding those C1X stats. She just wants bullseye hits.
Take that any day.
For sure. Tiger trying to go with a bit of a flippier throw here. It actually holds quite well. She's going to be in circle. And Alisha with a chance to maybe put some pressure on Chantel here. Get herself in circle and close. Yeah, she's in circle. Probably not as close as she wants to be. Especially with how she's feeling right now. The nerves might affect her a little bit.
Big putt by Chantel. That's going to put the pressure on Alisha to make her putt.
It's a huge putt from her to put the pressure right back on Alisha, who immediately, leaves that out. You can just see how she's got to be able to handle the nerves here. This is an A tier here. We have a touring pro who is at our doorstep. This wasn't going to be easy. Dang, Tiger,
Nope.
just a little too short, nubbed for a birdie opportunity. Instead, it has to tap in for par. And to be honest, we have 2 of the best finishing holes in Michigan to wrap up our round on, where anything, and I mean this, anything can happen. So this is going to be a race to the finish.
I love these last 2 holes. We have a par 4 and a par 5, both with opportunities to be birdied, but also opportunities to bogey.
Yeah, they're both score separators. They're both fair as score separators, which is really hard to find sometimes. But hole 17 is the first one they're going to have to face. OB road on the left, OB line on the right. If you decide to throw past the tree line the drone's staying to the left of right now, there is a landing zone before you get to the OB line, and then you'll have a hyzer around, which I imagine most of our ladies are going to go for because we have a right to left wind here. If you do go over the road, it makes the second shot closer, but you risk leaking out left and not being able to, or leaking out left OB, taking out a chance for bogey there. Chantel hits.
Those trees over there.
Yeah, they've caught a lot of players for us today, or in this this tournament. Really like this line from Lindsey here. That's a spectacular drive from her. Shout out to Nick Robertson, who's on the bag for Lindsey. He actually made lead card for MPO, so he was with us the whole round.
That's a nice shot by Tiger.
All right, Chantel knocked down early, taking birdie likely out of play. Alisha have a great chance here to put some pressure back on Chantel. Don't go OB. There's an OB bush there. Okay. She's past it. No OB mark. I mean, the OB, those islands, which are still OB, they're the ones from 13, just never come into play. She gets an ugly kick towards it that caught our breath there for a moment. Chantel with a forehand doesn't quite avoid the tree, so she's short in 2, giving the advantage back to Alisha.
Yeah. Throwing from just behind the short tee pad here is a really nice spot to be. You've got a nice hyzer down the right side.
And having,
That's a good shot from Alisha.
yeah, having all that extra distance here, Chantel's going to be bumped up against this tree is going to matter. Because I don't think Chantel can necessarily reach the basket from this position without a really good skip. Oh no, and she's going to be under another tree. So, like,
these trees,
they're perfectly placed for Chantel.
yeah. She's just getting the shade.
Yeah, she's shade hopping. That's right. Tiger wants to go for basket. This needs to sit down. Sit down. Oh no, oh. Come back.
Come back in. Not that side.
No, yeah. Green grass over there is not in bounds, but she should be relatively close for her next putt. She still will have a par opportunity. This looks really good. Lindsey just
in the circle.
Yeah, shredding this hole. This is, if you can do that every time, you are playing this hole really well. Alisha to put a nail in the coffin here. A close approach shot would guarantee at least one stroke. I think that's circle 2.
Yeah, it looked a little low.
They just keep giving each other opportunities. Oh, and Chantel put another forehand in the dirt.
Yeah.
They just keep going
she knows.
back. Oh, yeah, she does. 100%. This putt is so huge right now. Because if they both make it, she still loses a stroke. Oh, frustration from her. She knows that approach shot. She just needs to get that close.
Right. That should be bread and butter.
Alisha almost able to sneak away with a couple there. That would have been a huge turnaround. I bet they're both in their head right now just going through the hole being like, man, if I just lifted this a little higher, if I just committed a little bit better, I would have been able to shed a stroke off.
For sure.
Gotta shake off that mental part of your game as they head into the last hole. Basket's not being friendly to Tiger and Lindsey, though. Both chain out on the left side.
Nope. Hopefully we can start getting some putts in soon. There we go. That's a double bogey. That hurts.
This is for a one-stroke lead. She gets it. It's not the way she expected to get a one-stroke back, but she'll take anything she can.
Yep.
Being in the driver's seat. Being in the driver's seat here, hole 18. Do you think Alisha's going to get more or less aggressive with those island OBs that you're going to talk about here in a second?
I think she's going to keep playing it like she normally does. Put it out there. Yeah. I don't think with these, we're flying up the fairway. The islands we're talking about are these big green bushes on the left. They're at the distance that you just got to try to avoid them. There's not really any in between. Put it out there, a second shot coming down somewhere short of here, and then you have an approach shot into this peninsula green to hopefully pick up the birdie, which I'm sure Chantel will be going for.
Yeah, par 5 here, so, and, it's definitely doable in 4. I think you could even lay up to this first bush if you wanted to. I don't know. What do you think about that? I think that if you laid up probably 50 feet short of that first bush, you still would have enough power with the downhill to beat the second bush. But I just don't see a lot of people doing that. Am I crazy to think that?
I think you could. Then you're just putting a lot of the pressure on your second shot to get down there. So, see it either way.
This is looking good from Alisha. Not too much hyzer. This is dead center fairway. That's a good way to make Chantel feel like she has to have a perfect drive now. Uh-oh, this needs to carry right.
A little shorter, but safe.
Oh, it looks like we might see my suggestion, or my question, I guess. She's laid up, or didn't mean to, but she's just in front of that bush, it looks like. Looks like Tiger's trying to play the hyzer gap that a lot of the MPOs play. They try to throw up and over by that short pad on their drive. She's taking the similar position there. It'll open up a big hyzer from that position.
Yep. Lindsey with a mash of a drive here, getting caught in the bush, but that is down there.
You can definitely see why she was able to win it last year. Not as windy as this year, and that flip over game that she has is really, really special if she gets kind of an unrestricted fairway. This looks like trouble for Chantel. She needs this to fall. It does, in the fairway. So it didn't go in, hit that tree and leak down, didn't go into the bushes. That's really important.
Oh. Alisha out in the open. She won't have anything too much impeding her way.
Sigh of relief. Luckily she didn't get caught up in that bush that she hit. That would have made things interesting. Big crosswind for Tiger is going to keep her in bounds. Should have an up and down from that position for par. Lindsey punching this one out just into the fairway. And we're going to get down to our two first and second place here. These approaches dictate who's going to win here, right?
Very much. This is critical here for Chantel to put it close, give herself a birdie.
Oh, she does.
That's what she needed to do. She's got the chance to make the birdie and force Alisha to make hers.
Alisha, a chance to just close the door, getting this one close. And it's gonna get knocked down early, circle's edge. And with this wind, that's not a putt you want.
She is farther out than Chantel, so Chantel will also know whether or not Alisha has made her putt.
Would you rather putt first if you were Chantel?
I would, yeah.
Yeah, I'd rather just make them freak
Just let
out.
me do it.
Yeah.
Yep.
Tiger gets it up in the dirt there, or right next to it. Oh, Lindsey knew immediately that that's not what she wanted to do, but she's still in the circle. She'll have that 10, 15 foot. Oh, it looks like 15 feet. For the win here, Alisha.
Let's go.
What a clutch putt from Alisha. Fantastic tournament. She had 5 strokes to play with coming into the round, and she needed all 5 to get it done. Couple tap-ins left for our card. Great tournament from Chantel.
Yep.
Back-to-back years, chasing down the winners, making things interesting, not able to get it done. Hopefully that motivates her to keep coming back, because we love to have her here at River City.
Hopefully. She's fun to watch. I loved that battle on the back nine between her and Alisha.
Hugs coming from the card next, taking a quick peek at our back nine scores. Alisha doing enough here to able to take it down by 1 stroke. Chantel again falling short just by 1 stroke, but made things interesting. Always fun to see her. Last year's champion taking
Everybody,
solo third.
can I have your attention, please? This is the 2024 River City Open presented of Discraft FPO champion Alisha Schafer. Here you go, Alisha.
Thank you.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Get in here, Brandon.
Come on, let me.
Big thumbs up from Alisha there. Also, prize this year, one of the trophy prizes from Oakley was a pair of their sunglasses. So awesome to see that sponsorship coming our way. Tiger able to hold on to 4th as well, notable for our top 10 finish. Thanks again to our Patreon. Without you guys, we couldn't do what we do. If you haven't already, please like and subscribe. And of course, Ceci, thank you so much for joining me for this event this year.
Of course, and thanks for joining us on the channel for the River City Open. Be sure to subscribe and like.